Okay, so hopefully the previous tutorials give a good insight into how to use the manifold, the morph engine, and the matrix to work with the sample library in an unusual and interesting way, or alternatively, just to download individual samples, whatever you're looking for. The next section, however, is diving into something entirely new. This is Infinitum's emergent resampling suite. So what is emergent resampling? Well, this is a term that we feel we have created, which is to do with how the sound is processed within the application. When people think of AI, they often think of purely generative things such as models that work from text prompts to output compositions, generating sounds effectively from thin air based on models that have been trained either ethically or, unfortunately, in some cases, unethically. But we see a new and exciting way of using AI tools as part of the creative process. What Infinitum is doing with its emergent resampling suite is a new hybrid way of sampling and resampling using neural algorithms. To describe it simply, without the starting sound and input, there can be no output, and this will be our presiding ethos when it comes to using AI tools within the application. A human-made sound is and will always be the point of origination. Any processing that's applied from there, whether it's spectral, DSP or neural, is all treated as an iteration of the original sample maker's sound, and they are credited accordingly. Sounds can be picked from the library and then altered intelligently into new versions and different outcomes, giving you more options when it comes to moving over to your DAW and beginning the creative writing process. So there are three main ways of using the emergent resampling tools within Infinitum, and so to give you the full rundown, it's back to Andy to take you through all this in detail.
So you want to learn what these tools can do? Well, okay, the first is called Remodel, which is what we're looking at here today. The premise behind Remodel is to give you different versions, different iterations of a sound that you like so that you can load that into the DAW, giving you more to work with. More options, more variety, but while keeping the original DNA of the sound in place. The first example of how it can be used is one of the most interesting and exciting, but also somewhat unexpected discoveries with the remodeling system, which is how useful it can be with drum breaks. We were developing it for mid-range leads and we did a lot of testing there, but we overlooked actually how effective it is with drum beats in terms of creating alternate versions, alternate realities basically. So let's do a little demonstration. So let's render out a beat from CERN, one of our favourite drum makers in the game. Solid beat. So let's look at remodeling that. First of all, we'll start on the lowest setting. Now, as we mentioned, this has a tendency to preserve the original beat quite closely, but remove a lot of ambience. So let's see what this one comes up with. What do we have? As opposed so we can hear it's a much tighter, more minimal version of the original beat. But what happens when we start to increase the strength of the remodel? Now, what do we have? A much more stripped back version. And we'll try one more with it, right towards the top end, and see what occurs here. A quite drastically different version, a different timing, different sounds, a completely different beat. So we've gone from to and then finally so you can see how Remodel can create an evolution of drum beats for your project. You could chop out and swap snares or fills, arrange question and answer drum patterns, and just generally use the tools to offer up more samples and more options for the creative process. Okay, next let's look at remodeling on melodic and mid-range sounds. So let's give you an example. Let's start with an archaic sound. Let's try and find a couple of mid-range lead samples. I quite like that right away. Okay, so we've got two sounds here. Now what can we do with them? Let's start with this first one. We click on the ER button and this opens up the Emergent resampling suite. From here, we click on Remodel. Now in terms of a user perspective, it's really simple. We have a slider which goes from mild to wild, which is increasing the level of alteration, increasing the experimental nature of the emergent resampling that's being applied to the sound. So if we start with mild, we will generate a first instance, a first rendition of this. Let's see what it does. And we can see it gets placed in the sample tray here. Let's have a look at it. Using the 3D viewer, we can see that it's turned a different colour, blue in this case, which tells us that ER Remodel has been applied to the sample, and not only that, it's moving, it's alive. So let's see what it sounds like. So we can see it's a subtle variation of the original. Remodel is tuned to remove atmosphere, or rather substantially reduce atmospheres and reverbs just to make slightly drier versions of the sound. So this is a really useful tool. If you hear a sound you like and you don't want the reverb on it, by setting Remodel just to the lowest value, you can normally come out with something very similar, but that has a low level of reverb on it. Now what happens if we go back to Remodel and we, for example, put it to the midway point, an area we call Balanced and Apply? What does this come up with? So we can hear we've got a nice variation on this, which could give you another option for your project. At this point, you can test out different features as well, just to see how it will sound. We could add some reverb. We could add a little bit of distortion and just see how that sounds. Yeah, that gives us a nice switch up of the original sound. So let's just apply that for now, just so we can hear the difference. Whether or not you keep the reverb is entirely up to you. So let's go back again here. Let's try one more. So we're going to come back in here. We're going to Remodel and we're going to go up to the wild end. And what do we have? And so as you can see, that's moved the sound into a different key and a different tone. And again, it could give you more options for sampling, for chopping up, cutting and working with later. Now, Remodel is also more unpredictable than this. It doesn't always give you such a linear conforming change, and that depends on the sample source that's been put into it. Now, here are a few examples of other ones that we've done on other sounds, so you can get a feel for the kind of changes that are possible with Remodel. So here we have a bass sound by Akoff, which is being remodelled. The original, and some remodelled versions. Quite drastically different. So as you can see, we've got quite a big variation, and it gives you many more options when it comes to working with that sample later. Here's another example, something a lot more unpredictable. We have a lovely sample from TB here called Detroit It Is. And we can hear some different remodelled versions. Mild, balanced, and then when put on wild, it came out with this unexpected but quite incredible sample. Here's a lovely piano moment from FD here. Very classic traditional sounding piano, as we can see. So what does Remodel make of this? Interesting. Right, and let's create a few more different versions with differing intensity, and this opens up options for further processing. We can take that resampled sound, we can apply processing, we can reverse it, and we have a lovely atmospheric riser effect to go with the original sample. And here's another example. We've got this beautiful lead from the clamps. And when we remodel that, it gives us this stunning, atmospheric, more experimental version, almost chiptune sounding. Okay, in the last example, we've got this lovely piano piece. It gives us a much more experimental version, possibly a layer that we could add to the original sample, combining the two and then cutting that up as one. So as you can see, remodeling gives you a range of outcomes designed to give versions of a sample that you might really like and you want to work on. So when it comes to opening up that project, you've got more options and more possible pathways to follow. But there is another way to work with remodeling, which is to be far more experimental and creative. We might do a morph combination based on a bunch of different things. Some Foley in there too. We want a nice, harmonically dense block of sound. Something like that. We can take a section of it, maybe from here, and crop that. Let's fade the ends out, and then we might start doing some processing to it. So possibly high pass filter, maybe pitch it up a little bit. So we've got a pretty interesting core sample there. Let's apply processing to that. Maybe do some more filtering. And then we could remodel that on Wild. Now we've got a modern, rhythmic, minimal sounding lead sample. We've gone from to. As you can see, when combined with the processing rack, you can use remodeling in much more creative and experimental ways as well.